in the unit vector calculus, we are going to study three important theorems ultimately. One, Green's theorem. Green's theorem. Green's theorem. Second one, Gauss divergence theorem. The third one, Stokes theorem. Stokes theorem. So the aim of vector calculus is to study these three theorems. The examination point of view also, the three theorems are extremely important. This vector calculus is extensively used in the subject electromagnetic field, which electrical and electronic students are studying. Now we have to start from what is known as scalar point function. Scalar point function. This is the starting for vector calculus. Scalar point function. That is, you consider the function phi, x, y, z. Phi is function, variables are x, y, z. X, y, z is nothing but coordinate of any point in space. So the point, if you take in space, it will have coordinates x, y, z. So the function depends on x, y, z. You take the phi of x, y, z is x square plus y square plus z square. I now consider point origin. Origin coordinate 0, 0, 0. So for x I put 0, y I put 0, z I put 0. 0, 0, 0. So the value is 0. Because 0 is a scalar. I substitute the point 1, 2, 5. X க்கு 1 போட்டனா 1 square 1. Y க்கு 2 போட்டனா 2 square 4. Z க்கு 5 போட்டனா 25. 5 square 25. இப்போ this value 30. So ஒரு point if you substitute, you get a scalar. So this function for every point gives you scalar. That's why the name you see, scalar point function. This function for every point gives you a scalar. If now you consider points in space. If A is a point, B is a point, C is a point. As point changes, the coordinates will change. This coordinate 1, 2, 1. This coordinate 3, 4, 5. Like that, every point will change. Consider the distance of the point from origin. This will have, OA will have distance. Similarly, OB will have distance. OC will have distance. As point changes, the distance from origin also will change. Distance from origin is a scalar. So these are scalar point function. Now you consider temperature. The temperature will change from point to point. If you have got a vessel, you are heating from the bottom. Consider water here. You are heating. So the temperature at every point will be different. As you go up, the temperature will decrease. Temperature will change from point to point. Temperature is a scalar. It changes from point to point. So scalar point. Similarly, pressure, scalar. Pressure changes from point to point. That is scalar point function. So scalar point function, this function for every point gives you a scalar. Example, distance from origin, temperature, pressure, these are all scalar point function. Now we are considering another vector point function. Vector point function. Vector point function. You consider f bar. The bar is written because it is vector. This function depends on x, y, z. X, y, z coordinates of point in space. F bar of x, y, z. F bar is the function. x, y, z coordinates of the point. Now they say write x square I, y j, z cube k. Now you substitute a point 1, 2, 1. 1, 2 minus 1 let us take. X square na 1 square, 1 square 1. So I. Y க்கு 2 போட்டனா 2j. Z க்கு minus 1 whole cube, minus 1, minus 2. So for this function it gives you a vector. You consider another point 3, 2, 1. X க்கு 3 போட்டனா 3 square 9i. Y க்கு 2 na 2j. Z க்கு 1 na 1 cube 1, 1k. So this point I substitute, I get a vector. For every point, this function gives you a vector. So this is vector point function. So this function for every point gives you a vector point. Now you see, you consider OA vector. That OA vector is called position vector of A. So start from origin, go to the point A, this vector is position vector. OB vector, OC vector. Suppose this point is 5, 2, 3. What is OA vector? OA vector is nothing but 1i plus 2j plus k. 1i, that is I, 2j plus 1. What is OB vector? 3i plus 4j plus 5. Similarly, what is OC vector? 5i plus 2j plus 3k. So this OA vector, as point changes, vector changes. OA vector, OB vector, OC vector, these are all position vectors of A, B, C. This is vector point function. Now, to give you one simple example, you consider a river. Water is flowing. Water is flowing like this. When you consider the whole mass of water, the water goes in this direction. But every point of water if you take, they will not have the same direction. This point of water may go like this. This point of water may go like this. This point of water may go like this. Some places the water will go up, some place it will go down. So every point of the water will have velocity. Velocity is a vector. So this gives you vector point function. Now we are having an operator called del operator. Del operator. Del operator means del. Del is I dou by dou x, j dou by dou, k dou by dou. This is called del operator. When you say operator, it has no value. But d by dx நீங்க எடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா, this is called operator. இதுக்கு என்ன value? No value for this. But this stands for an operation called differentiation with respect to x. d by dx க்கு என்ன value? No value. d by dx of x square means 2x. d by dx of log x means 1 by x. So when d by dx operates on a function, it gives you value. Such a thing is called operator. It has no value, but this stands for some operation. Like that, here we have got dou by dou x, dou by dou by dou by dou z. No value for that. So this stands for an operation. Differentiate with respect to x partially, with respect to y partially, with respect to z partially. I, j, k are unit vector along x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. So this is a vector operator. Operator, vector operator, this is called del. Now we are going to define what is called gradient of a scalar point function. Gradient of a scalar point function. Gradient of a scalar point function. We take a scalar point function, we define what is called gradient. So now the gradient of the scalar point function phi. Gradient of phi is nothing but del phi. Gradient phi means del phi. You know what is del? I dou by dou x, j dou by dou y, k dou by dou z. This operates on phi. Is that del? This is del. This is phi. Now if you expand, you will get I dou by dou x of phi, dou phi by dou x, j dou phi by dou, k dou by dou z of phi, dou phi by. So gradient phi is nothing but del phi. The del phi comes to how much? I dou phi by dou x, dou phi dou by k dou phi by dou z. So gradient phi del phi I dou phi by x, j dou phi by dou, k dou phi by dou z. Now the gradient phi is a vector. Gradient phi is a vector. Gradient phi I dou phi by dou x, j dou phi by dou y, k dou phi by dou z, that is a vector. What it represents? The gradient phi is called maximum directional derivative. Is called maximum directional derivative. This is called maximum derivative. No name it or normal derivative. This is called maximum directional derivative or normal. The gradient phi is a vector. Vector will have magnitude and direction. Now, the gradient phi is called maximum directional derivative. Now, this is a point x, y, z. Here we find gradient phi. Phi is a scalar point function. Suppose you say phi represents temperature. Phi represents temperature means temperature will change from point to point. As you go from different points, if you take, the temperature will change. At the point P, del phi gives you vector. Vector means it will give you direction. If the del phi represents vector, it gives you direction and magnitude. This direction is maximum directional derivative. That means the rate of change of phi is maximum in this direction. If you go from the point to P in this direction of del phi, the function will maximum increase per unit length. It will increase per maximum unit length. It will increase maximum per unit length. That is maximum directional derivative. See here, maximum directional derivative. Derivative the rate of change. That is maximum in this direction. In the direction of the function will maximum increase. Right. What is the magnitude, sir? Suppose you see, if a del phi is 3i plus 2j plus 6k, suppose if it is coming, when you are getting del phi like this, in the direction of the function increases maximum. In the magnitude, magnitude, modulus of del. What is modulus of del phi? Magnitude. How to find modulus? Root of 3 square 9, 2 square 4, 6 square 36. This is 40, 49. Root of 49. How much? 7. That means in this direction if you go, the function will increase 7 units per unit length. Right. What is the direction? Always direction means we have to tell vector represents direction also. But whenever they say direction, you have to tell unit vector. So what is the direction of maximum directional derivative? Is that direction. In the direction you have to give a unit vector. You know, direction of maximum directional derivative. Direction of maximum direction of maximum directional derivative. Appadina you have to give a unit vector. What is unit vector? Vector divided by modulus. School the budget began. A unit vector is vector by modulus. Now, what is the direction of maximum directional derivative? Give a unit vector. Vector divided by modulus. That is 3i plus 2j plus 6k divided by modulus 7. That's all. Right. Now, if you go in this direction, the function increases maximum per unit length. What is the magnitude? This one. Magnitude of this one. Modulus of this. What is the direction? You have to give a unit vector. We are not going in this direction, sir. I am going in some other direction. I go in the direction of P2. If in the direction, if you go, it increases maximum, okay. But I go in the direction P2. What is the change? That means, what is the change in the direction P2 means, that is given by directional derivative. Of phi. Phi is the function. Idoda derivative along PQ. Along PQ. Directional derivative of phi along PQ. You are at P. You are going in the direction P. At P along PQ. That means del phi in the maximum directional derivative dot PQ unit. In the direction you want change, adla or unit vector del phi dot PQ unit. If now you see this one, if a physics like you would have studied, there is a force of 10 kg acts in this direction. A force of 10 kg acts in this direction. What is the change in the direction making an angle theta? What is the effect of this force of 10 kg acting at the point P in this direction 10 kg? What is the effect in the direction PQ? Making an angle theta 10 cos theta. You would have studied this. 10 cos theta. 10 cos theta. Now, in the vector what we do, this is the force F bar. In the direction I want component. What we do? F bar dot PQ unit. F bar dot PQ. Now, the dot product order definition is A dot B. What is A dot B? Modulus A modulus B plus Now, the F bar dot PQ unit vector means F bar dot PQ unit vector modulus of F, modulus of PQ unit vector into cos theta. What is modulus of F? 10. What is the unit vector modulus? 1. Cos theta. What you have got? 10 cos theta. See? So, in mechanics and physics, in the 10 kg force making an angle theta, what is the effect? 10 cos theta effect. But in vector, what you have to do? This vector dot in the direction you want PQ, take a unit vector. F bar dot PQ unit vector. That comes to same. Now, this is the maximum directional derivative. What is the change in this direction? Del phi dot PQ unit. Now, they will ask you, what is the change along x-axis, at P along x-axis, at P along y-axis, at P along z-axis? You should not read where x-axis, y-axis, z-axis comes here. This is the origin. This is the x-axis. This is the y-axis. This is z-axis. This is the point P. If now at P along x-axis means At P, draw a line parallel to y-axis. At P along y-axis, draw a line parallel to y-axis. Along z-axis, draw a line parallel to z-axis. You know along x-axis what is unit vector? I, j, k. K. Because this line is parallel to x-axis, what is unit vector here? I. Here unit vector j. Here unit vector k. You are given a point P. Along x-axis now, draw a line parallel to x-axis. Along y-axis, parallel to y-axis. Along z-axis, parallel to z-axis. That's what you have to do. Now, at the point P, in the direction of x-axis, what is the change? I will draw a line parallel to x-axis. Along y-axis, here. Along z-axis, here. If along x-axis, we know unit vector. What is the unit vector? I. Along y-axis, what is unit vector? J. Along z-axis, what is unit vector? K. Now, what is the change of the function phi at the point P along x-axis? What is unit vector along x-axis? I. Del phi dot. Along y-axis, del phi dot j. Along z-axis, del phi dot. You have to understand. Quintessence. Del phi gives you what? Maximum directional derivative. In the direction of function will maximum increase. இதுக்கு என்ன பேரு? நேம்லயே இருக்கு பாருங்க. Maximum directional derivative. Derivative na rate of change is maximum in this direction. இதுக்கு என்ன சார் magnitude modulus? என்ன direction? Give a unit vector del phi by modulus del. What is the change along PQ? Along PQ na PQ la ஒரு unit vector எடுங்க. Del phi dot PQ unit vector. Along x-axis அப்படினா del phi dot. Along y-axis del phi dot. Along z-axis del phi dot. So, இப்போ you please remember like this. இப்போ பாருங்க இதான் del phi. இதான் பாயிண்ட் P. del phi தான் இந்த டைரக்ஷன். அப்படி ஞாபகம் வச்சு. இந்த டைரக்ஷன்ல போனா மேக்ஸிமம். சார் நான் இந்த டைரக்ஷன் போல சார். along PQ I am going. along PQ del phi dot இதுல ஒரு யூனிட் வெக்டர் PQ யூனிட். along x axis இதான் along x axis. del phi x axis என்ன யூனிட் வெக்டர் I del phi dot. y axis del phi dot. z axis del phi dot.